Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very important video, and I could not recommend enough for you guys to watch till the end of this video because we're going to be talking about hip mobility and flexibility. And I know if you're in the beginning of your fitness journey, or not even just in the beginning of your fitness journey, if you're just not educated on hip mobility and flexibility and the benefits of it, not just in your workouts and your weightlifting routine, but also just in your everyday life, I promise you, you will be educated at the end of this video and it will change the game for your whole entire life. So in the beginning of my fitness journey, I obviously knew that warming up was so important, but I didn't understand the importance of hip opening exercises and hip mobility and flexibility exercises, especially before your leg day. And I actually didn't start incorporating an actual hip mobility and flexibility warm-up routine before my leg day workout. That was a whole mouthful. Until like over a year ago, maybe a couple years. And I absolutely swear by it. It not only helped me in my weightlifting, but it also helped me in just my everyday lifestyle. Which then leads me into the benefits of having mobile hips and flexible hips. So in general, we sit way too much, let's be real. Majority of society lives a very sedentary lifestyle. We're sitting at our 9-to-5 job, and not just people who work in 9-to-5s. I also sit a lot. You know, I'm sitting right now filming a video, and then I have to sit after filming to edit this video for hours. And then, you know, when we're in the car driving to work or to school or to grocery shopping, we're sitting. Or if you're sitting on the bus to go to another place, or when we're sitting on a plane to travel, we're just sitting so much. And that is okay. That is normal. But if we can obviously get up more often, that would be really beneficial, and that's a whole video of itself. But what I'm trying to say is that because we sit way too much, this then impacts our hip mobility, because when you're sitting so much, it then weakens your glutes and shortens your hip flexors. And if you didn't know, both your glutes and your hip flexors support the activation of your hips. So when they're weak or inactive, the lower back then takes over, and that's where you get your lower back pain. And it's pretty obvious that your lower back is important for support and stability. So basically, when you have weakened glutes due to prolonged sitting, it then goes into an increased reliance on your hip flexors. Then it goes into your posture being thrown off, or your form in your workouts being thrown off, which then leads to quad dominance. So AKA slower glute and hamstring growth. So yes, having weak or tight hip flexors can stunt your glute or leg growth, if you guys didn't know. And then that leads to knee, back, and hip pain. And then if it's not properly treated, the vicious cycle repeats. So obviously, hip mobility and flexibility is so important. And a little side note, it is also very important and beneficial if you are wanting to get pregnant, or if you are pregnant, and also in labor and delivery. And I learned a lot about that in my pre and postnatal certification course, how having loose hips and opening up your hips before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and to prepare for labor and delivery, it is so beneficial. Studies show that it also helps get the baby out faster, obviously, and also it will just help with any prevention of lower back pain, which is normal during pregnancy, and also just helping with pain in general. Because if you are wanting to, say, have an unmedicated birth and you're doing different positions, you want to make sure that you're able to open up your hips so that baby can come out really fast and easy. And when your hips are open for a prolonged period, it can get sore. So just working on that before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and before labor and delivery, it is also so beneficial. So that is my quick little rundown of the benefits of hip mobility and flexibility. So now I want to get into the 5 exercises that I absolutely swear by has helped me before my workouts, after my workouts, and even on my rest days, to just help open up my hips, make them more mobile and flexible. And so yes, I do recommend doing these not only before your workout, but also just whenever you have time at home, especially on your rest day after a leg day where you can feel like your legs and your hips are very tight. I promise you, if you just do this like for 5 minutes every single day, it will benefit you so, so much. I personally, the first thing that I noticed when I started prioritizing this routine is that my form and my squatting is 100 times better, and I can actually go deeper in my squat, which then helps me actually activate the muscles that I'm trying to activate. So with that being said, I will have up on the screen the dynamic version of the exercise and the static version of the exercise. And so the difference between those is that dynamic is basically you are moving while doing the exercises rather than just staying still. And the reason why I'm gonna show both different variations is because that you wanna make sure that you are doing the dynamic version before your workout and then the static version after your workout and on your rest day. You can also do the dynamic on your rest day, but most importantly, what I'm trying to emphasize is that you don't want to do the static stretch or exercise variation before your workout because your muscles are not warmed up yet. There's not blood flowing all throughout your body yet. Your heart rate is not up yet. So when you're doing a static stretch where you're just sitting there, it can lead to strains and pulls, and it's just, you don't want that to happen, okay? I learned my lesson the hard way at the beginning of my fitness journey. So at the beginning of your workout, you want to warm up. You want to move with the exercises, move your body to get your heart rate up and to get the blood flowing. So now let's head to the living room where I can show you guys all the exercises that I swear by, and I will have some tips and tricks up on the screen as well as a voiceover. So all right, so the first exercise or stretch, whatever you want to call it, is a low lunge into a hamstring stretch. So with all of these stretches, you want to feel uncomfortable but not painful. So when you go into this low lunge, you want to sink deep into your hips so that you can really open up your hips. And then this hamstring stretch, again, try to lean back as much as possible without feeling like you are in absolute pain. So this next exercise, I like to call them seated windshield wipers because your legs kind of look like windshield wipers on a car. But I love this exercise because it really opens up those hips because you are not only twisting one hip internally, but you're also twisting one externally. And with time, you are also going to bring stability in your hip due to the slight twisting action of your lower spine. This next exercise is pretty similar to the last one. So you're going to do the same windshield wiper movement, but when you get to one side, you're actually going to squat up and then squat down. That little movement, it looks a little funky, but that will just help open up your hips even more. And also, I promise you, you're going to feel it in your core as well, which also is going to help with just stability and mobility in general. So the fourth exercise that I swear by is a deep squat into a hamstring stretch. And so when performing this exercise, you want to make sure that you are holding on to the top of your feet inside of your legs so that you can really feel that hamstring stretch. However, if you are new to this and you're not that yet flexible, it is absolutely okay. You don't have to hold on to the top of your feet, but that is the goal. And I know it looks like I have a slight hunchback, but it's only because I have slightly shorter arms compared to my legs. So as long as you're not feeling it in your lower back or any pain, then you are good. So the last exercise that I swear by are the classic leg swings. So you want to swing your leg side to side and front to back. And so my top tip when doing this exercise is to keep your core tight. So imagine pulling your belly button in and up. And also with each swing, you want to try to take your leg closer to its full range of motion, aka try to swing your leg as high as you can without feeling any pain in your lower back. Again, you want to be uncomfortable, not painful. So up on the screen, I have the recommended routine that I personally like to do before a leg day workout, because honestly, that is the most important so that you can not only prevent injury, but also get the most out of your leg day workout. So I like to do each exercise for about 30 seconds, but again, you always want to listen to your body. If you feel like you need to loosen those hips just a little bit more, please feel free to do it a little bit longer. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope it was informative in some way. And I will see you or talk to you in my next video. Bye guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you like videos like this.